on this Sunday morning at 10 in the morning. Wherever you live, it's 10 in the morning for me. But we are doing it at 10 in the morning. We used to do it at 11. I'm going to go between 10 and 11, just try to make it for the Sunday streams. I think I was live last week. I can't really remember, but I have been missing quite a few. We're going to try to do at least one stream per week. Regardless of the day, I'm going to try to keep it on Sundays, but sometimes we actually have to go into work on Sunday. So that's the only difference of, maybe it wouldn't be on a Sunday. It might be on another day. Justin first says, let's read this comment. This was before it started. This whole thing started. So I'm not sure if he's here. But I would like to hear your thoughts on the Ubiquiti's current trend towards insane feature release with even less bug fixing than normal. It is not leaving me confident in recommending them at all. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about for bugs. Maybe you've had bugs. I haven't really had any. My customers haven't run into any. I'm not sure if you're doing this in early access or not. What I recommend before pushing the new features out to customers, do testing on your own device first. Alex, good morning. Frederick, good morning. How's it going? It is raining here as well. It's actually, it's hailing right now. Yes, hit the like button. John, good morning. I hope you're doing well. It's fairly nice outside today. Like our weather's starting to get better, but it's going to be rain all week long, which kind of sucks. Did you notice that the virtual events for North America kind of petered out? They only have one right now, July audits, what's new in Unifi. So they do have some events, but I don't know if it's, let me just take a look here quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of Europe events. Europe and Asia Pacific. Latin. They have a lot of stuff, just not for North America. If you're a part of the partner program, they do have some stuff in that for North America. I forget the dates, but you have to be in the partner program for that. Ritesh, how's it going? You like this time? This time is, yeah, it's not a bad time. It all just depends. Sister, good morning from Sarasota. We were actually going to be going. We're not going now. I just don't want to travel that much this year, so we were going to go. We got invited, or we were able to get a timeshare for, where the heck were we last year? Davenport. It was the same place, and it would be in June. I'm like, no, I'm good. We'll wait. Gotwire, good morning. How's it going? Z-Guy, good morning. Kristen, good morning. How's it going? Sean, a fellow Canadian based in Dubai. Chantel wanted to go to Dubai for her birthday, but with the recent activity, I don't think we're going to be doing that. John, good morning. Cyberdog, good morning. Yes, I'm live. I said I was going live. I was going to, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Darcy, how's it going? Good morning. Jack, good morning from England. I am doing well. You just joined the partner program as yesterday. I will check that out. Yeah, so they do have some events. I think there was 3 events that you could check off, spreading a couple months. I don't know how to say your name. Joe Sichi 4737. Good morning from Norway. Awesome. Let's see. Seen the UI stock lately. So first off, I'm going to start off with saying that I can't give you guys financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor or any of that. But Ubiquiti stock is insane. I actually sold. So I sold just because, here, we'll talk about this quick. But yes, I am not a financial advisor. I can't say any of that. So it went up to $925 US, which is absolutely insane. I think that's the highest it's ever been, to be honest. I will be rebuying once it has a little dip. So I put in, years ago, I bought at like $300 and I think I put in 100 stocks or something like that. So once it hit that, I think I pulled out at about 910 or 915 or something. I'm like, it's probably a good time. And then I'll wait till it shifts down a bit. I'll put like $20,000 or $30,000 in, and then I'll, hopefully keep making money off it. But yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. Good morning from Brunei. I don't know where that is, but good morning to you. Good morning from Florida. I do love Florida. Florida is one of our favorite places to go, but we want to try out somewhere else in Florida. I kind of wouldn't mind trying out different places than Florida, just to see something a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, this week it's been busy. It's been busy for us. I think I'm off tomorrow. Let me just see. I don't know. My brother's, someone just texted me. Okay. So what I'm really going to try to do, like the title of this stream was the Unifi 2026. What the heck was this title of the stream? Unifi Network 2026 setup. So I'm going to probably start it today because Chantel's out of the house. This is perfect time for me to reset everything, get all that type stuff done while she's gone. It's going to be a long video, and I'm going to miss a lot of things that people are wanting. So my structure right now for it, and we went over this a while ago. I actually haven't updated this list yet, but and it's not going to be video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be one video. There's going to be chapters in the video. Skip to whatever you want. So the first one, what gear to buy. I'm not going to go super in depth with what gear to buy. I'll show you the website. I'll show you the compare functions, just because everybody's thing is going to be different. Then we'll go basically over Design Center. I already have full Design Center videos, so I'll just show, this is a tool that you could use for planning out your home network or your business network. Then I'm actually going to bring the camera downstairs. I'm going to rip all the cabling out. I mean, not my patch panel, obviously, but the patch cables. And we'll go together and we'll actually cable it how you should cable it. Initial setup, device adoption, basic stuff. Creating VLANs, Wi-Fi networks. Setting VLANs for port manager, locking down, firewall rules, zone-based, and object-based networking. So this is going to be where people are probably the most interested, but it's going to be just for what I typically do in businesses, which you could do for your house as well. It's not going to be custom things like, how to get Plex working or blocking Plex and stuff like that. I just don't use that type stuff. But what I'm going to do for the second part, and I'm going to mention this at the beginning of the video, is if there's something that you want to see, put it in the comments, and then I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'll put the comment on the screen, then I'll show you how to do it. Cyber secure, IDS, IPS, content filtering. Then there's going to be, I don't know, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff in this. I haven't written it all out. But like even their new power things where it would, if it detects like an AP's down for, I don't know, I forget what the seconds is, 10 seconds or something like that, that it reboots it. I'll probably end up putting a troubleshooting section in. We'll probably go over basic Wi-Fi optimization, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. We're going to see what I come up with. So I don't script any of my videos. All my videos are like what I'm talking right now. It's just kind of off the top of my head, but there will be chapters where you guys could go, you could skip to the part that you want. I don't know what that means. Oh, gotcha. I'm not going to say that name, though, because I don't want to get banned. But do you think there will be a new wireless doorbell, or should I wait? Should one wait for the G5? It's kind of hard. So what I always tell people is not to wait on gear. Like, if it does come in stock, I would just grab one, because even if they did announce something, it may not come out for a long time. Head over to the space station, coast in Florida. Lots here, including... Actually, that's kind of what I would love to do, is to see the space station stuff. I think that would be really cool. Good morning from North California. Hyper, how's it going? Good morning, and thank you very much. From Surname Greg, how's it going? Good morning. So the UTRs, I'm not going to be including the UTRs at all. The UTRs are completely separate than Unifi Network. Like, there's going to be a lot of things that people are going to bring up. Like, actually, some people already brought up doing NASs and stuff like that. NAS is a whole, I mean, I'm going to be using a NAS in my system. And we're going to say for the firewall rules that, guest network can't get there, but staff network can get there because they need to access files, blah, blah, blah. UTR, I'll be doing updated videos on the UTR as well. Coming soon. I need to get one myself, because the ones that I have, I've actually given away. Hello from Poland. How's it going? Someone changed the Discord. Yeah. So it was April Fool's. I don't know if everybody, goes by April Fool's. I didn't even know. I was working that day, and Monty, actually from Inside Wire, he's like, "You don't want to look at your Discord." I'm like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then I saw that it was Z Gamer, I think. He changed the disc, because he's a mod in my channel, so he changed the name of the Discord, and he changed the actual icon of it, which was kind of funny. Did you update the latest firmware, including networking for UDMs, and any issues? I'm actually running I'm probably running the EA version of it right now. I haven't had any issues myself. We don't ever push out EA to a customer, though, unless they're like having issues, and the EA will fix it. UDM Beast to replace my aging UDM Pro. Well, I guess they did show that off at a couple trade shows. I'm hoping that comes out soon, or for people wanting it for sure. I'm moving to a new house in the next few months and want to do a refresh of my setup. I currently have the UDMP. Is it working moving to a newer UDM? Is it worth it? So that really depends on what you're doing with your UDM. Are you going to have more than, a gigabit connection? Things of that nature, right? The IDS, IPS. Good morning. How's it going? I hate how YouTube changed everybody's names. It really makes it difficult to actually know who's who, unless I do know your your symbol on your page. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen this here yet. Unified Design Center's come a long way, and I think I just did a video on Design Center full whatever, and then like 2 weeks later they came out with a new release. That's what's going to happen with my 2026 network video, is there's already a network release in early access that will be pushing out to release candidate soon. So I know it's going to be updated, but what we're going to do, we'll release the 2026 video, and then every update video, I'll just do a video on the new features and stuff like that. These network videos are the ones that I dislike the most making. They are the most evergreen and bring me the most business, but I just really dislike doing them because they take so long. One other thing that we're not going to be doing in it either, and I was thinking to do it, but I'm just going to do it separately, is doing shadow mode. We're going to do a full different video on shadow mode itself. Hey Cody, would love to see a video tutorial on how to move a bunch of cameras from a UDMP to UMBR. That is really easy to do, and I probably should do a video on that. That's something I mean, I haven't done a lot of Protect videos lately because the issue with how I do my videos, it's at my house. So people are probably sick of seeing the same camera positions that I always do, but I guess I could always do like a 2026 Unifi Protect setup. I'm not going to show the actual camera installation because they're already on my house, but I might be able to do that. I could probably do a video on transferring from a UDM over to UMBR. I think that would be useful for some people. Yes, I will multi-gigabit and likely will go with a secondary fiber connection. Yeah, so you may want to get something like the UDM Pro Max, or you could even, if you want something compact, you could go with the Cloud Gateway Fiber. It does up to 10 gig, but you got to look at the IDS and IPS speeds, which are 5 gigabit per second, so you would be all right. That does beat the UDM Pro. No way this is on? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Joe? I think you're Joe. I don't know for sure. Hey, Cody, from the Polestar to Center Display. Oh, wait, there was two. Was there someone else? Z Game too? Oh, Z Guy. Okay, so there's a couple different people. I ended up changing my handle to my name because of the YouTube change. Yeah, it gets. I knew you just based on your little profile picture, but it does make it a little hard. Unifi hardware resale value is really good in my opinion. Sold my nearly 3-year-old UDM Pro. I think it's pretty good itself. Like if you have brand new things in boxes and you haven't opened them, I think they're really easy to sell. Yes, please. My camera account has outgrown my UDMP, so I need to migrate it. It is honestly really easy. You really just need to take a backup and reload it into your UNBR. I do not use any Linux stuff. I mean, no. Not at all. I use Windows. I do have a Mac. I have a Mac downstairs, a MacBook Mini, and I bought the new Mac Neo. Not really sure why I bought the Mac Neo, but I had another computer, like a Windows computer, and it was just not great. So the Neo I'm just bringing to sites, but now I have the 10 gigabit adapter, the Ethernet adapter. How do you find that? Ethernet? 10 gig adapter. I don't know if that'll bring it up. Excuse me. So I have this, but the Neo won't power it. So I'm going to have to buy this. I asked Jesse from Tab Geeks because he had one of these and it does work. So I'm going to end up buying one of the 5G ones or 5 gig ones because the 10 gig doesn't work. And I mean, this one's small. I do have an older StarTech 10 gig, which would probably work, but it's huge. That's the issue with Macs or newer laptops in general. They don't have Ethernet ports, and it drives me up the wall. Cody, I promise only one VPN client can run at one time on the UDMSE. The reason I asked for two different WANs, I have a setup WireGuard and OpenV. You should be able to run them both. Like, I don't know if it actually lists it here. I don't know if it lists it. Technical. VPN. They had it listed somewhere. I just forget. Because I have multiple different VPN clients running for different reasons. Like I was gonna do a VPN, or did I do that video? I don't think I did that video. I was gonna do a video again based on like NordVPN and routing through those clients and using Mullvad and stuff like that. I just never got to it, but it's running. I have 3 of them running on my my unit right now. We haven't run any. We haven't done any AirWire. I don't know who's gonna use it too much, but we haven't done any AirWire. I have 2 of them. I think I have 2 of them at home. I was gonna use it for Chantel's computer in the middle because it's on Wi-Fi right now, but I might just run a cable. Yeah, it shouldn't disconnect like that. I mean, I've been running. Are you talking about using the same provider? Like if you're using Nord, you're using 2 different clients from Nord or client configs? Another question: dual UDMs in shadow mode. How does running Protect Talk Access work? It just it will sync with it, right? So it syncs every. I forget what the syncing. I think you could change how it syncs, and I'll do a full video on shadow mode, but it will sync all your states, everything, and all your config. So if your primary fails, it just transfers over. I will not be around Wednesday. I forget, what are we doing Wednesday? We're doing something Wednesday. Oh, we're doing 4 intercoms. We got to go down to Mississauga. We were supposed to do it this week, but I couldn't get down there. Now it's going to suck because it's going to be raining all frickin' day. All week it's going to be raining. One other thing, not one other thing. Something new is this. And we're a part of it, but it doesn't show in the... Like right now, so it says find a certified installer. If you go to the Canadian store, it doesn't show that at the top yet. I'm sure they'll push that out eventually, but so for some reason it shows New York. Let me just bring this to the side so it doesn't pull up my address. Let's just go Toronto, Canada. Whoop. I don't know why we're not at the top here. Come on, Ubiquiti. No, I'm joking. So yeah, you see that they've pushed this out to Canada, and they've also pushed out to the UK or whatever, that part of the world. So if you're looking for actual certified installers, you could find them. We just quoted a job in Montreal. I didn't realize in Montreal or Quebec you need to be low voltage certified. So it's a little bit different. We don't need to here in Ontario, so we can't go do that job unless I get certified, and it's not worth it. But this isn't my actual address, so don't worry. That was a big thing. I'm like, you do not, because you had to give them your address. You need an address or an office address. I'm like, I do not want you posting my home address. So I talked to the place that does the co-working space that we actually built out. This is where they're located. And they actually have like offices and virtual offices. So I asked them, I'm like, do you mind if I just put your address? Because this is part of the area we service anyway. We're not in Tobico, but it works good for me. I just really didn't want our address showing. But yeah, it's a good program to have out there, and I do like how they're actually putting it directly on their website now. I snagged 2 Toshiba Pros, 12 terabyte for $268 each. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hard drives are really getting expensive now. Which is kind of insane. I do have a UNAS 4. I haven't done. Oh no, I took it out of this room. I had so much stuff sitting in this office yesterday. I'm like, I got to get rid of everything out of this room. unless I'm actually going to be doing a video on it soon because it has been getting jam-packed. I don't know. Should I do a video on this? I'm not 100% sure. I really don't do that much. Like with my UNASs, it's really just for my video backups, and that's pretty much it. And like some photos, like Chantel has some photos and stuff like that. I mean, I could do a video on it, but it's not going to be like super in depth or you know, crazy in depth with the testing and stuff like that. Cause I'm not like a super user per se. Maybe I should get more into the NAS stuff because I think it would be kind of interesting. One thing I did miss in my last video, which was Unifi endpoint. The UNAS actually does a good job with the Unifi endpoint, but it's a separate dropdown that you would have to have. So it's completely separated. I would assume with Unifi Fabrics, they're going to push it out together so that you could combine everything in one. I hope so anyway. That's how I'm hoping that it's going to work. Where are we? What else was I going to talk about? I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, so network setup Q&A. So you guys answer some questions. This is kind of what we're going to go with design-wise. Well, this is what I have connected right now. So these are the networks we're going to do. Default VLAN 1, which is just going to host all my Unifi gear. We're going to have a guest network. We're going to have an IoT network. We're going to have a camera network. We're going to have a staff network. Camera network. Oh, shoot. They do need Wi-Fi. Frick. What was that? Sorry. Email. I don't think my default network doesn't need Wi-Fi. I don't need Wi-Fi on my default network, so we don't do that. Guest network, obviously, we need Wi-Fi, IoT, camera, and then staff. So the staff network pretty much in your home is going to be like your trusted devices, I guess you could say it, like your computers, your iPad, or maybe not iPads. iPads are more of a, they're more of an IoT device. So default, we won't put Wi-Fi, guest, IoT, cameras. Cameras will be isolated. I mean, IoT is going to be isolated. Guest is going to be isolated. But within Ubiquiti, there's so many different ways to create firewall rules, right? Like the guest network, I could put in the hotspot zone. That's going to isolate it anyway. I'm not going to do that, so I could show manually doing it. But you could click the isolate button, and then that isolates it. But with the guest network, you want client isolation as well, so the clients can't see each other. With IoT, it's the same thing. You isolate it, but our default needs to get there, and maybe you have your camera network that needs to get there as well to talk to your home assistant, just show it on a display or something like that. But this is what I'm running in my house, UDM Pro, aggregation switch, ECS 48 PoE. Now, do I need this right here? Probably not, but we're going to leave it in there anyway. I got my UNAS 2, I got the PDU, I got 2 US Flex switches for cameras. I'm using the E7 access point in my basement right now, and then I have the XG wall, and then we have our RPS. There might be a couple other things that I missed, but oh yeah, my UMVR. Crap. Anyway, there's an NVR in this. Oh no, do I? I might be using my UDM to do the protect stuff right now. Started without me. Yes, yeah, we're a little earlier today. I want to start this video. I want to try to get it out for Tuesday. I just need to see how much motivation I have today. I got up really early. I didn't sleep that well, but I'm going to try to at least get the initial stuff done so that we have some stuff. Don't delay what next time? Don't delay next time. I'm not sure what you mean. Ubiquiti HD prices are still reasonable. Just ordered a 16 for $369. Well, yeah, I guess that might not be bad. I think it's a RAM that's going to hit more. Is this a type of setup you're showing? Does it make sense to set the... Yes, so I'll be setting the STP values with what actually has STP, right? So this is going to be 0, right? This switch will be 0. This will be 4096. And then I don't believe these flex switches, they actually have... I don't think they have spanning tree on it. But we will talk over spanning tree as well, for sure. I will be going over like the common things that I see with like tech, or not tech wise, like troubleshooting. A lot of the times you see people, they complain about their Wi-Fi speeds, but you notice that their Wi-Fi AP is mesh, right? But they say, oh, it's physically wired. Well, most of the time they did their terminations wrong, and your power is going through, but your data is not going through, so it's meshing to another AP, which will cause it to act worse. Another common thing is with your APs, the port that it's plugged into, they'll tag it with a VLAN. Just say they tag it with your guest VLAN. Well, now that you tag that with only guest, well, you can't get onto your IoT network because only the guest could go through there. So typically you just want to have like a trunk port where it's just going to allow all. Again, you can lock that down more. You just need to create port profiles to say guest, IoT, and I don't know, staff could go through that port, and then you'll be able to use those Wi-Fi networks. That's one of the most common things that I see. Oh, not me. Okay, gotcha. Western Digital offers 10% off when you sign up for an email alert. Oh, interesting. That's interesting because a lot of the times we'll be using WD Purples for protect stuff. I gotta shut down some. I don't know why this computer always the fans go off when I have too many tabs open. Oop. Let's just go back to this picture because it's like darker than we don't want to blind our eyes. Would you incorporate a Unifi mission critical UPS switch or a regular UPS for your own setup if you're doing door access? So I would probably just do a UPS, to be honest. I had a mission critical and I sold it. Yeah, I know it's Chrome. I don't know what else I got running though. I got 2 tabs on my side. I guess I could close one of them out. The one is actually for the stream, so I'm not going to close that out. But the mission critical is okay, but I would get a powerful UPS, to be honest with you. I'm hoping they redesign this. Oh, not that. This guy here. So it's kind of like what did they just come out? Or it's not out yet, the alarm hub. So I kind of want this to be like, you could add external batteries, but it's like 36 volts, so you have to get like 3 12-volt batteries. It would be nice if they could somehow design this to be able to put in 2 or 3 batteries actually inside the unit itself. Where the heck is it? This guy. Right, so in the bottom here, they have a spot. Whoops, they have a spot for your 12-volt battery right in there. Obviously, the door access is going to run more power than just this because all it's running is like motion sensors and door contacts and stuff like that. We use different 1918 space for secure networks like 10. Yeah, you could use that internal traffic for guest, and that's what I was gonna do. But if you've seen, all my past videos for the, I was actually gonna do 10 networks on this, just all 10 networks, and then maybe a guest network being 172 or something like that. But all my past videos have kind of gone through the. Oops, jeez, kicking my camera over. Have kind of gone through this structure. So I'm just going to leave it at that because people will be like, oh, why didn't you go with 192? So it would get confusing. You could use whatever you want. Just use private addresses. I've seen people use like public spaces all the time. It's kind of crazy. Have you ever used one of the UC casts like in some of your jobs? We haven't actually used any UC casts in our jobs. I know a couple people who have more for legal pot places, so they put displays up. I know one company who did that, like 40 of them, which worked well, but we haven't done any of them. I had a couple running downstairs, but I don't need them. I'm hoping they announce any UWC after the Europe one. Yes, I hope so too. I'm really looking forward to UWC. I wanted to make it out to London, but it's kind of far, and I'm not really. We got a lot of work to do, so we're doing a job right now. It's for one of our clients, which we will be filming. I'm not filming the cabling of it because there's just too many people there, but I'll film the terminations and stuff into the rack. I'll take some video of how we laid it out in the J hooks as well. There's only about 60 cables, so we have we have 8 APs, 2 cameras, 8 doors, and then just a bunch of data cables for the rooms. I think we're going to have about 8 Unifi talk phones as well. And those talk phones, they're going to be tying into a paging system of the audio using an algo thingy. I forget what it is. Algo SIP to analog. So that'll be cool. I'll show all that. We're going to be using a Ubiquiti rack for it. So that's one job. We have to finish up the rough-in on Tuesday, so that'll be done Tuesday. Wednesday, we're doing 4 intercoms for gates. What else? We just got a job for a gun range, which is interesting because we don't. I mean, I've never been to a gun range in my life. We don't really have much of that in. Maybe we do have a lot in Canada, but I'm not. I just don't. I don't live in that world. So, the places has about 80 cameras that are going to be going in, 15 doors and some other stuff. So we're going to end up putting in the EMVR core in, and they did agree to let me film. So that's going to be cool. So I'm going to check that out on the 20th. I think it was the 20th. Whatever. It's close to that date. So we're going to be doing it in phases because first phase is going to be the doors. Second phase will be converting whatever cameras they have there. And then there's a new like actual range that they're building. So we'll be putting more doors on that. I mean, this is going to cost probably more in hard drives than it does for the actual unit itself. Because it's about $7,000 Canadian. How many starter kits would be easy? How many starter kits would be easier for a hotel with around 40 doors? I wouldn't do any starter kit. The problem with the starter kit, I mean, there's not a problem, but you're gonna want to get a starter kit. If you were doing 40 doors, you would have to get 40 starter kits, and then you're gonna have 40 hubs on your wall, right? Like that's gonna take up so much room. So you'd have 40 of these on your wall. What I would do, I would get, I don't know. Math's not my strong. So five. How many would you need of these? 5, I guess. Whatever. You'd get a bunch of enterprise access hubs. Then from here, you already have the switch built in. Because if you go with the standard hub, I was just checking if my audio was on. If you go with the standard hub, you need to buy a switch that has PoE++ for each one of those hubs. This enterprise hub has built-in switch. So all you need to do, you buy a bunch of these hubs and then you buy a bunch of readers. That's the best way to go. Anything over like 3 doors, we're always using the enterprise hub. Because I have a client who wants to launch like 8 TVs in their place and asked me if a solution. Yeah, I mean, you could do the cast for digital signage. I know there's probably different solutions that you could do as well. I'm hoping that they really redo the whole Connect lineup because it definitely needs an upgrade. I'm not too sure if it does heat, to be honest with you. I don't know, and I can't log in right now. I think it might, but I'm not. It all depends if the UDMs have temperature sensors on them. I've never used the elevator kit like physically. We have done it remotely with people though, and it works well. We were in Tampa. We went to Busch Gardens. I'm not too much into stuff like that. I'm not going to say the name because I don't know how YouTube feels about this name right there. But yeah, I mean, Tampa was kind of a 4-day. It was a 4-day trip. He pronounced about, not a boot. Did I say? Oh, well, you never know. Becoming more Americanized, I guess. I did like Tampa. I wish we had a little bit more time there. We were only there for 4 days. Can't imagine factory resetting my network and starting from scratch. Oh, gosh. Honestly, it's one of the worst things. I mean, factory resetting isn't that bad. Like, to do my network without talking and explaining stuff, it's not that bad. It doesn't take that long. I've done it a ton of times. But it's more so when you have to explain stuff and kind of go over it, which takes long. And I do my videos a lot different than other people. A lot of people, they'll just film. They'll film the whole thing, get all the footage, then they'll edit it. I do it in parts. So I'll film my intro and I'll start editing it. I'll film the next part, I'll edit it. It's just the way I do things. I would hate to do like 3 hours or 4 hours, 5 hours of filming and then have to edit it all. It would drive me nuts. Alonzo, how's it going? What AP is suitable for a class around 25 students? Most of their newer APs, you're going to be, I mean, what we're going with now is these XGs just because they look nice. You could get black and white. And I think they do about 300 clients. Yeah, 300 plus clients. That's what I would go with if you were looking for something a little, even that price is still, let's see, what else do they got? I mean, it's still pretty good price for this. That's $199 US. I mean, even the U7 Lite would probably do that much, but it wouldn't. Yeah, U7 Lite does, but I would just stick to their Pro XG. That's what I do. I want to get one of their. I want to get one of the PoE doorbells from Unifi. If I have Ethernet at the door, do I need another Unifi equipment or other than the UDMSE and the 2 Unifi switches? Nope, you should be good. So the only thing you would actually need, you'd need a hard drive within your UDM to be able to store the footage, but that's it. Yeah, and I mean, your switch hopefully has power over Ethernet, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you really could just use a PoE injector, but yeah, you should be all right. Never seen any installs on the socials. Yeah, no one's after most of the installs that we've done. None of them have elevator access, so it's kind of cool. Did I skip your last question? I don't even see your last question. I already said that. The North America? That's the last one that I see. Let me see. Unless you skipped. I mentioned it. Yeah, I was hoping that we get to hear about that soon too. North America, yeah. Is the jump from the U7 Pro XG to the XGS worth it? Will you even notice? It depends on how many users are connecting. The nice thing about it, it has that dedicated scanning radio. We do put it at the XGs and XGSs in some places too. Yeah, I mean, you're probably, what, 25 clients are you talking about, or 200 clients? Like, if you're just doing a 25 clients in a classroom, you should be all right with a 1 XG, U7 XG. Obviously, you're going to want to deploy more within your whole environment. After I do, I need to get some phones. I need to get some phones because Unifi Talk has come a long way. Oops, that's advanced hosting integrations. Talk has come a long way. I need to get some phones. I don't really want to buy them, so I'm waiting to see if Ubiquiti will send them to me. But Unifi Talk has definitely come a long way, and I want to do a new Unifi Talk 2026 video. The issue here in Canada, we don't have a couple things that you guys do in the US, which is like I forget what the thing is, ALD2 or what, I forget what the actual thing is, but it's for your text messaging, and we can't do business setups here. I could show it. I could always switch my UDM to pretend like I'm in the States, and I'll show that off in video. But they have so many new feature sets. Yeah, YouTube is probably filtering that type of stuff. They usually do. I have a client where there must be several Unifi APs nearby, and they keep showing up on our console to be adopted when we don't want them. Are they like? Are they factory new? Are they on your exact same? Are they on your network? You might be able to block their MAC address, but if it's on your network and they're not in anybody else's console already, then you're gonna keep seeing them. It is hailing outside. Holy moly! I thought my dad was supposed to come up today, but I haven't got any text from him or my brother. So, yesterday it was fun. I was putting up new Govee pot lights because they're like RGB, and I wanted some other colors up here. Anyway, I don't know if I don't know anything about electrical, so I probably shouldn't have been doing this either way, but I did turn the breaker off. Well, as I was trying to hit out the conduit knockout, I went like this and just stabbed right into my hand. So there's like a nice X mark on my spot, pretty deep. Well, it wasn't fun, so I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. They were working. They work all right, the Govee. I only put in a couple. I have 6 pot lights in this room, or 7 or something like that. The issue is my main pot light that has 2 feeds coming into it, it starts flickering, and this isn't a Govee one. This is the old one. So I think I'm going to have an electrician come over and properly do it. Yeah, certain things get filtered out, and I don't think Nightbot's in here. I don't think I have Nightbot in here. Nightbot is like, it moderates stuff too, The only time I typically have Nightbot in is when I do giveaways. So if you're asking something oh wait, I'm doing top chat. Maybe that's why. Crap. I never usually, no, it still didn't show it. Weird. Some things I guess they filter out, which is strange. We need a solar camera. I brought this up to them before. I think a solar camera would be great, especially for when you're doing like building construction and stuff like that, or if you have like a, you know, something far back in the woods that you want to kind of connect. You could do a point to point, and then I guess with point to point, you'd still need some signal, but or some power that way. Because our catio, actually the cable I guess must be broken from buried underneath the ground to the catio because our one flex switch doesn't work. We're going to be redoing our catio this year anyway, so I'm not probably going to run a cable yet. But yeah, I'll end up doing a video on the Unifi Talk 2024 or 2026 video. 2024 is probably the last one I actually did. I wouldn't mind doing like a full video on each application. Access is a little bit harder. Just because access, you physically have to go and set things up. But the place that we're just rewiring, there's going to be access control there. I probably will film something for the new retro hubs as well, because I do have a job for about 15 of them. Oh, a link. Yeah, if you put a link, it'll get blocked out. I did not see the solar setup on Reddit. No, that's interesting though. I have one of the G6 instances. We have this little cat house. I don't know if I could show you guys any of this. Where is... I probably can't show you guys this. Do I have anything in here that I shouldn't? Where's my cat house? Where'd the cat house go? Shoot, did it go offline? Hold up. Oh no, it's online. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to show any of this. We have a lot of animals going into this little animal house, though. I guess because we do have food. We have food in it, so let me... Can I show this? I don't see why I couldn't. So we have, I mean, these are our girls down there. That's Mocha. Mocha and Nilla down there. But we have this one black cat that comes into our backyard every day. Like it was there this morning. You know, because we do have food, but it's an outdoor cat. Their house is directly behind us, but they never let it in, the poor thing. And this cat is getting older, but I guess he mated with another cat and now he has a son. So his son comes over with the dad, which is kind of funny to see. I like the cats. Mocha kind of freaks out sometimes when they come around. We have a raccoon going into the cat house. Obviously, if there's food, you're always going to get different type of animals in your houses. But I think I like it. I don't care. I'll feed the raccoon. I know the raccoons are pests sometimes, but they're hungry too, right? But I really do like having this, and it's a heated house. Is this black cat? I think it's called Midnight or Shadow or something like that. It's out all year long, and in the Canadian winters, it is freezing. I don't even know how it survived, to be honest with you. So that cat house was heated. It has a heated pad inside. It doesn't get overly warm, but it's warmer than the outside for sure. One thing I discovered is if you use content filtering for, I'm not going to say that, it blocks these. Interesting. You could probably whitelist. You should be able to whitelist Amazon and Google Drive. There should be a whitelist section somewhere. Description says 50-watt solar. Let me see. And that was in the Reddit for Unifi. Reddit. Take a look. Is this it? Oh, I think I did see this. This is a little much though. If this is what you're talking about, like that is way too much work for one little camera. Solar panel, bunch of different boxes. Like, I get it, but I don't know. To me, that's too much work. If I was going to do that, I'd put in a bigger camera. Even though the G6 Instants, they're awesome cameras, and they're probably low power. That's funny. Like that, yeah, that's funny. I personally wouldn't do it. I have a couple solar panels in my garage that are still in the box from years ago. Terry, who comes in here, I met him, I think in Chicago. He sold me, it's a solar power, it's older now though, but I think it only does 24 volt or something like that. I think this might have been it. He had an EA version of it, and I still haven't taken it out of the box either. Because I was going to do a whole solar setup, and I just never got around to it. Oh, it's a G4. Gotcha. You need to leave early. No worries. Have a great rest of your weekend. I need a camera for my front porch. Would you recommend a U6 Pro Dome or the U6 Pro Turret? I just don't like the way the cable is outside. Yeah, the problem with these cameras, the cable, let's go technical. Oops, in the box. You really need a back box for that, right? And then it makes the camera way, way bigger, or it makes it look bigger. Where this doesn't have it. This is a huge camera though, by the way. Like, it's not a small camera. They're big cameras. At the front of my house right now, I have my G6 entry doorbell, but then I also have, what am I using still? Oh gosh. It's a G4 Dome, I think. Do they even sell those anymore? G5. Oh, maybe it's a G5 Dome. It could be a G5 Dome. I forget if I upgraded. It might be a G4 or G5. But right now, what I have at my house, like I have the one, oh, maybe, no, that would make no sense. I have a 180 on the front of my house. I have the AI Bullet. I need to upgrade a lot of my cameras. I still run G3 Flexes and G5 Flexes. And then I think where this is, the G5 Dome or G4, I'm going to put the G6 PTZ because it will look down at people. It will still capture a lot of stuff. So I think I'm going to do that because I haven't put, it's still just sitting in my garage doing nothing. Albert, how's it going? Yeah, that's a little weird that they're blocked off. Yeah, that's strange. Whoops. I need to do another video on Unifi Fabrics. I don't even know if Fabrics is out of early access yet, though. I'm going to wait until they actually come out with a substantial update. And then really just waiting on more Superlink stuff to come out. Like, we do have customers who want more, who actually want Superlink stuff, and is this new one out yet? No, that's not out yet. But we need monitoring with it. And I think within their video, it showed that it would maybe be monitored with Noonlight, which I think is pretty much available worldwide. So that's going to be really cool. I want the Alarm Hub to come out because I want to test that and do a video on it when it comes out. This relay looks cool, so I'm hoping to get my hands on one of these and see what we could do with it. But yeah, ask your last few, ask some more questions. I'll stay on here for another 12 minutes because that will get us up to the hour. And then I got to figure out if I want to start this video today or not. I'm already drained. I don't know why. It's only 10:48 in the morning, but I may get it started. I probably should start something. I should at least do the first couple chapters so that I could get, actually, I should probably get to this part. Oh, well. See, this is hard because once I start, it's like you kind of got to just finish the setup. I guess I could, if I at least get to this part right here, creating VLANs and Wi-Fi networks, at least I have our Wi-Fi networks back up and running. Like, I'm not going to be using, like, I'm not using the staff network, right? This is just to show you guys. I do have a camera network and I do have IoT. Guest network, we rarely ever have guests over here. But this is just to have a couple more VLANs within my network so that you guys can see it. Smoke CO, yes, that would be cool. Have you said, have they said anything about the Enterprise's UPS? I haven't heard anything new about those. I hope they, hopefully they're coming out with them. I know I think they showed them off in their video, didn't they? Their original video? Well, if you look at the EA stuff, there's quite a bit that came out for Unifi Talk. You could do multiple phone numbers now. I don't know if I could really say call queuing. I'll just say that. That came out, which is actually kind of big. Sent a link on X. Okay, let me take a look. I'm not going to show X because sometimes it's weird. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad. That one's better. Not as much. That camera though. Oh, that must be a skin for the camera, right? I'm like that camera's getting a little yellow. Well, that's not bad, really. That's kind of cool. I want to do something like this. But why would I do it? Why would I do it? I'm just thinking of a good use case why I would do it. Because I have cables run to my shed in the backyard. I have cables run into the catio. And our backyard's not big. Like it's pretty small. But that's cool. Yeah, we need to do that still. I still need to do the link tester. I need to definitely do a video on that. The Fluke Link IQ. I don't have it right now. It's in my brother's truck, so that'll be a little bit. I could grab. We're working together on Tuesday anyway. Another random question. I have a G5 Flex and a G6 Instant, and for the G5, I've tested the cable and it shows no issues, but a few times a day it loses power. It still has image. That could be a firmware issue, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. Usually when it does that, it's typically cable, but if your cable's fine, then it's something different. I mean, it could always be the pins within your Ethernet port of your camera as well. Will the alarm hub be compatible with wireless sensors only or wired? It's only going to be wired sensors, right? Where the heck is it? Yeah, it'll only be wired sensors. So if you're doing wireless sensors, like if you're wanting to do Ubiquiti wireless sensors, you have to get the SuperLink gateway. But, how do I... Like right here, you could see all the different pins out. So it's 32 zones of hardwired. So when we bought this house, we didn't wire anything. The house was already 5 years old or something like that. All the windows on the main floor, they did a terrible job at it. They didn't put it where it should be. But anyway, there's a cable there for for window contacts on the main floor, door contacts. I think there are a couple actual motion sensors in the corner, like hardwired. So when and if Ubiquiti does send me one of these, I'll do a video on that. I'm only going to be putting like 8 sensors onto it or something like that, but at least it will give you an idea of how it works. Good morning from Michigan. When will the air quality? I have no idea. Like anything that they've showed at trade shows, I have no idea. No clue. Yep. Yeah, we do. So we do work for whoever, anywhere around the world. You go to our website. Oh crap! Why did that not drag over? Let me just bring up a new tab. All right. Yes, we're Unifi certified partners. Certified partners. Anyway, my website's not the greatest, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, I probably won't update it for a while. But you could go to my website. I'll put this link in the chat. I show my rates. I charge $200 an hour US. It's like $275 an hour Canadian or something like that. You could just fill out this form and then I'll get back to you with that email. Yeah, we work for anybody in the world. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you are. You could be in, literally anywhere in the world. We do offer monthly packages, but this is more for businesses that don't want to do updates themselves and stuff like that. Not just updates, but they have a lot of actual network changes and they want us to review and stuff like that. The hire us form, that is typical of what most people come to our website for. They could either buy bulk hours or you could do it in an hourly session. To show our hours, my hours kind of fluctuate just because we do a lot of on-site work and it's just myself and my brother. So we'll be doing a lot of on-site work. Like this week, I think Friday's like the day that I have fully open to do online consulting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are after 3 p.m. Eastern. This week anyway. Each week changes for us. Let's see. I watched your one-click VPN video, but my issue is that all VPN users land on the same network regardless of their group. Somebody was saying that you could do it with like radius servers and stuff like that. I'll look into it and then I'll do a... This is another issue about the new update that's coming out for Unified Network. It's going to actually solve a lot of that issue, but we'll work on that. I would just wait a week or two. I'm going to be doing a video on the new, or whenever the new network version comes out, release, and I'll kind of go over that. Do Ring cameras work with Unifi? Probably not. So if you want to use third-party cameras within Unifi Protect, then they have to be OnVIF supported or capable, and I don't know if Ring is or not. There, like I said, there will be a solution, and there's probably ways you could do it through radius and stuff like that, but there's going to be an easier solution that's coming out with an EA, but I just can't talk about it. Yeah, unfortunately. I can't recall who asked about the UDMSC, but did find that does support CPU temps. Okay, cool. You're able to see it in HA. I would assume, haven't found it in the UI. So there's a lot of stuff within the UI, like Alarm Manager, that they need to add. What feature request did I just put in? This was more so to do with access. I put in quite a few feature requests. Well, this was one. This is actually a pretty big feature. Why do I keep losing my tabs, man? This was a pretty big feature request, which I'm surprised is not in Unifi Access already, to be honest with you. So good morning, UI team. I've looked in the Alarm Manager and cannot find anywhere where you could set an alarm to notify for an unauthorized opening. Like unauthorized opening, that should be there for sure to push out. So think about somebody's breaking down your door. You have door contacts on your door position switches. Somebody breaks down their door. Well, it's an unauthorized opening. So why don't we get an alert for it? It will just show on the door interface like this. But a lot of times you're not looking at your door interface unless you have like a security guard who's monitoring all that stuff. So anyway, they don't have it. They marked it down. That's the type of things that they just need to get in, which I'm sure they will. And especially with like even temperature sensors. Yeah, you could do it through Home Assistant, but why not integrate it directly? Is the Unifi Access Hub compatible with the non-touch exit Sentry like K1K1 that requires power, or does it support a? So you could have, yeah, you could have exit requests. Their accessories need to be 12 volt. Like we put on push to exit or buttons or like actual wave hand motions that aren't Ubiquiti. I knew the development for network app would go fast if they got all their gear on bare metal. But are you not amazed at how much they? Oh, it's insane. It's insane, and that's the problem with these videos, like these 2026 build videos, because a month or two from now, the dashboard might look completely different. They haven't come out with a bigger UPS yet. I think the only UPS, they have two UPSs, UPS, and I think it's just the 2U and the tower. Because yeah, and they're both sold out. I wonder, they were in stock in Canada, and they aren't anymore. I should have moved fast. I do have a 2U UPS. I probably should do a video on it. Oh, something else that just came out, not came out, but like a firmware version was the. Which people were waiting on this for a while. Where is it? Is it not in here? UDP switch. So we have the device bridge switch, but one of the main features for this was to have multi-link operations up to it so that your bandwidth is pretty big. And that just came out. I think it's in release Canada right now. So it came out for AirWire. AirWire was out for a little bit, but the release just came out for this. So if you do have a UDP switch, now you could use MLO on it, which is really nice. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted. Well, I am going to get out of here. It's been an hour, and I probably should. I'm going to start doing the video. I'm going to start my 2026 video. I'm hoping to have it out by Tuesday. So, because I am off tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get like pretty much everything done. I'll get the editing all done. I'll upload it to YouTube. It's probably going to be an hour, if not longer. So there will be chapters in each one. There will be chapters if you want to see something specific. Like most of you probably don't care about adopting a device, right? You know how to adopt a device. So you'll want to skip the first couple sections. If you just care about firewall rules or Wi-Fi optimization or, you know, name whatever else I'm going to do in there, you could just skip ahead. It'll all be down there. There'll be links to affiliate links. Obviously, I have Ubiquiti affiliate links. I got Amazon, stuff like that. There'll be that type stuff. There'll be to hire me. Like if you don't want to set up your website yourself, you could always hire me. And I'll be saying that within the video as well. I got to promote myself somehow. I haven't actually ever taken a sponsor, so I'll end up promoting myself instead of that. Adding more cameras, etc. to my setup. 10 likely, so contemplating a PoE++ or ++ switch. Would you recommend the Pro XGs S or not? You could, if it's for a house, I would probably just do the XG. I mean, yeah. The only reason I'm using a E7 AP is because I got it for free, right? What I was using in my house, I was just using 2 U7 walls for the longest time. But anyway, everybody have a great rest of your day. Yes, make sure to hit the like button on the way out. I gotta find where I actually end the stream. Take care, and we will see you next weekend. Watch out for my 2026 video. When you watch it, hit the like button, retweet it, or not retweet it, but share it, whatever, because they do take a very, very long time. And comment, because comment always helps. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Take care. See ya.